नमस्कार, मैं डॉक्टर अक्षा भाटी from Faculty of Agriculture Veterinary Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Today, I am discuss about papaya from the course Production Technology of Fruits and Plantation Crop of program BSc Agriculture Honors Semester 4th. Students, today we discuss about production technology of papaya. Papaya, botanically known as Carica papaya and family Caricaceae. Caricaceae, chromosome number 2n equals to 18. The papaya is native of tropical America, was introduced in India in 18th century. It is now grown in almost all tropical and subtropical countries in the world. In India, it is largely grown in Bihar, Assam, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh and Andhra Pradesh with a total area of 34,000 hectare producing 350,000 tons. Papaya is a wholesome fruit and it is rich in vitamin A. Products such as jam, jelly, and nectar can be prepared from the fruits. Papaya yield is valuable because it contains proteolytic enzyme papain, which is used in different medicine and other industries. Papain is used to correct certain digestive elements for tenderization meat in the manufacture of leather and in clarifying beer. The other uses of papain are in the treatment of ulcer, pre-shrinking of wool, manufacturing of chewing gum, degumming natural silk and rayon. The raw fruits are cooked as vegetable and consumed. Papaya is usually dioecious, but hermaphrodite type and gynodioecious types are also recognized. In dioecious type, both male and female plants are separate. The male flowers are found on long peduncle with panicle. Female flowers are solitary and are much larger than male. The ovary usually large in female flowers. In the case of hermaphrodite flowers, two kinds are often observed, one with long corolla type and 10 stamens and another type with a short corolla and 5 functional stamens. Fruits is a large hollow berry, elongated in shape. In gynodioecious type, the females and bisexual flowers are borne on one of the same plant. The fruit develops from female flowers in globular shape, while fruits that develop from bisexual flowers are elongated shape. Soil and climate requirement for papaya. It does well in varied soils types. The best performance is observed on loams of uniform texture up to 1.8 meter in depth. The most important requirement is that the soil should have good drainage. Even 2 to 3 centimeter of water stagnation around the tree for a few hours is likely to damage them due to collar rot disease. Papaya perform well in tropical climates where summer temperature ranges 35 degrees centigrade to 38 degrees centigrade. At higher elevations, the fruit quality is usually lower. It cannot tolerate very hot summers or frost. This limits cultivation in northern India. It also cannot tolerate very hot summer or frost. It requires warm climates tends to increase the sweetness of the fruits. In strong wind prone areas, wind breaks have to provide to save the trees from wind damage. Tamil Nadu is the only state called as ideal home for growing papaya because of the mild temperature and freedom from mosaic and leaf curl virus diseases. These features help all the year round cultivation of papaya. Then there's seed protection. Papaya is a highly cross-pollinated crop. Seeds taken from a fruit would rarely breed true to type. If a variety is to be maintained pure, controlled pollination between selected male and female progenies of the same parent has been done. This consists of collection of pollen from the male parent and applying it on the previously bagged female flower. Seeds from such sib-mated fruit should be used for further multiplication. Failure to observe these precautions leads to the deterioration of the variety, resulting in the progeny being a mixture of all kinds within a few years. Then propagation of the papaya. The most common method of propagation of papaya is from seeds. Seeds are collected from well-matured, ripe and large fruits borne on female plants to hermaphrodite plants as the case may be. The fruits are cut open and seeds are carefully extracted in trays. They are washed and dried in sun or shade and stored in bottles. Fresh seeds may be mixed with fine cold wood ash, which absorbs the slimy coating on them and helps to keep the seeds separate on drying. About 500 grams seed is required for raising 1 hectare area. Seedlings can be raised in the raised nursery beds or in polythene bags as however it is comfortable. 2 seeds are gynodioecious types or 5 to 6 seeds in dioecious type should be sown per polybag. The papaya plant can also be propagated from cuttings and grafting. Propagation from seeds is, however, preferred because the vegetative methods of propagation are not economical. Then comes to the point planting. Pits of 45 centimeter cube are dug at about 1.8 into 1.8 meter apart either way. This would accommodate 3000 plants per hectare. Due to sex variations, about 40 to 60% of the plants may turn to the male in the case of dioecious varieties. Therefore, in such case, 2 to 3 seedlings per hole at 30 centimeter apart in a pit should be planted so that when they are reaching to the flowering phase, the unproductive male trees can be removed to keep the population ratio of one male tree for every 15 to 20 female trees. In case of bisexual varieties, such contingency may not rise. Good seedling, one per pit may be planted. The best time of planting papaya is the beginning of the southwest monsoon in most part of India. In South India, June to October and January to March are the suitable for planting as the other months are either too hot or rainy. Then manures and fertilizers. The nutrition of papaya is different from other crops because of its quick growing, continuous and heavy fruiting nature. Nutrient uptake studies conducted at Tamil Nadu Agriculture University show that uptake of nitrogen, phosphorus and potash is more between flowering and harvesting stage. Its peak requirement between fruit development and harvesting. As 3 stages, flowering, fruit development and harvesting concurrently occur in papaya plant, regular fertilizer application at the rate of 10 kg of FIM per plant as basal dose and 50 gram each of nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium per plant at bi-monthly interval. Then come to irrigation. Papaya respond well to irrigation in well-drained soils. Regular irrigation helps fruit development and induces the tree to bear larger size fruits. Water stagnation should be avoided. In most of parts, papaya are irrigated once in 10 to 8 days. After cultivation, the care and maintenance of papaya. It is not possible to identify the sex at the early stage until they put flowers, which may make 4 to 5 months after planting. At this stage, male trees should be removed, maintaining one male tree for every 20 female trees for proper pollination and fruit set. In each pit, only vigorous growing female or hermaphrodite tree should be retained and other plants are removed. During the pre-bearing age, short duration vegetables like cabbage, cauliflower, onion, chilies can be used as an intercrop. Weeding should be done regularly to keep the field weed free in the young plantation, and use cover crop to check the weeding growth. Sex expression. Mainly sex expressions such as dioecious, hermaphrodite, gynodioecious have been reported in papaya. There is no distinct and definite method to ascertain the sex of plant at the early stage itself. Besides that, many factors are reported to influence the sex expression, such as environment. Low temperature tends to produce perfect flower on the male and female plants. Thank you, all of you.